Trailblazers keep credos in mind. One, stop staying within the lines. Two, we always align. Three, even if we don't get the upper hand, we'll fight for right. Four, never care or report hindsight. Five, let us light the night. Six, even when there are wills within wills, go ahead, get it pulverized.
Hi guys, this is Ravenslave45 and welcome back to Honkai Starro, and today we're gonna be doing a live reaction for the 3.4 special program. And I can't wait for this one because the fake collab's around the corner and I can't wait to start summoning for Saber since I've been saving for quite a while. And I'm still on the fence for Cypher before her banner goes away, so maybe I might decide to get her, although some of the rerun characters might be very tempting, depending whatever they'll be announcing on this special program. And since we're going back to Paniconi, I wonder if we'll be doing anything else with Ampros. Well, I don't know. Maybe after this battle cycle, but we'll see. And it's gonna start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. And loading. This program is brought up by Lady Aglaya. That's different. Albert, trailer, guess. Oh, trailer, here we go. Oh shit.
神々よ、ご覧ください。オンパロスは勝利を収め、
Yeah, because of the core thing of carefully that we actually
訪
retrieved.
れます。しかし、
But then again, is that truly the case this time around? Which is what he's trying to say. Oh, wait a minute, that's the hometown of Paimon and, of course, Alicia. Agla, Paimon.
新世界は必ず訪れる。
A new will arrive.
黎明を灯す。
God damn it, Paimon, it looks so damn cool.
星々を燃やし尽くす。そこをも。
Oh shit, that's what he actually looks like when he transforms? Okay. And here comes the Holy Grail War in Paniconi. And since we're having a Holy Grail War, we can't have one without Saber herself. Oh, looking cool as ever. And of course you can't forget Emiya, the Chad from Unlimited Blade Works. And of course you can't forget Kalalabog as well. Wait a minute, I just saw Lance in the background for a second there. Hold on a sec. Didn't think actually I'll see him here. Oh, there he is, Lancer. Using Gale Ball. And then Robin's using a Command Seal. And Saber and Archer fighting, her using Excalibur. Oh shit, can't wait to actually get her into my account. For the sun set to die. Ooh, okay. And here we go. Albert is gonna make his appearance on the program anytime now. There he is. Albert, you seem to be glitching over there. You might need to change your internet connection.
Albert.
Oh, there we go. Much better.
Whether or not you have a day-night cycle. Good morning, good afternoon,
And good evening.
welcome to the version 3.4 for The Sun is Set to Die special program. I'm your most beloved host, Albert.
Rebooting really does solve all problems.
Most cases.
Now we can introduce ourselves. Hi everyone,
I am Paimon.
I'm so happy to be on the special program.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Anaxa.
I'm Anaxagoras.
Anaxagoras, his full
Nice to
name.
see all of
And of
you
course, you
again.
can't forget
Did
Mam
you
as
miss
well.
me?
Oh, of course we missed you. Well, dear guests, welcome to the show. I have been looking forward to this special program more than anything else. The way the story in the last version left off. had
And
my
the big
heart
cliffhanger
racing.
with Alicia.
The burning sky.
Yeah,
and the
I
fall
can't
of
forget about the
dawn.
burning sky too.
Akuma was the last place under Kefali's protection, but now it has also sunk into Evernight.
Oh, yep,
All
it
of
did.
our Chrysosair companions did everything in their power
Oh yeah,
to
they
buy
most definitely
precious
did.
time
Not
for
to
the
mention
Trailblazer
Cypher
and
stealing
Finan,
Kefli's core
so
flame
they
and
could
use her
return the very
tricking to
last
me to
core
seem
flame
that
to the
everything's
vortex
still
of
hunky-dory.
Genesis.
Like, Jesus,
We
like,
already
the amount
found
of
out
effort
the
that she
truth.
did for that is
So
just
what do a few
insane.
sacrifices matter?
Damn,
Every
Anaxa, you know you
Chrysos
feel
heir was
bad about all
prepared
your
for this.
companions dying?
You just need to boldly take that last step toward the Era Nova.
But in the trailer just now, it seems like Finan is gonna go through a lot. I saw a few
Yep,
scenes that looked
he
like
certainly did,
flashbacks.
and transformed
And I
into a
think I even
godlike
saw
figure.
a different form of him.
The truth of Amphoris is about to reveal itself. I assume everyone can already tell that all that's happened in Amphoris is not as simple as it seems.
I would
Indeed.
imagine
For
it's
example,
not very simple,
when we
straightforward.
went to fight Aquila, we noticed that the Eye of Twilight seemed unusually high-tech.
You can say that
When
again.
the dawn
Everything
device
seems to be
went out,
very high
Many of the
fantasy when we
structures
went
in
there.
Akuma and the vortex of Genesis started showing strange textures.
Almost
It was
like
like the
we're
whole
in
world
a
was peeling off.
simulation, perhaps.
Why
But I
take
don't
a
think
look
that would
back
be
at
the
our
case.
whole journey so far in Amphoris and lay out our suspicions and clues we have. First, at the end of the 3.3 story, the geniuses reveal that the source of Amphoris' tragedy is an Emperor's scepter that survived to this day.
Which was
It has
created by
something to
Hubert
do with
III
that
to overcome his
erudition
limitation
god
as a
beyond
human
the
being.
Sky, doesn't it?
That
Even
it
though
did,
I don't quite
Anaxa.
understand
That
these
it did.
principles, this breeding ground, which switched from following the path of erudition to the path of destruction, must be hiding secrets beyond Era Nova.
Potentially.
In addition, that Tin Man Lygist is also pretty suspicious. He and Finan had a pretty significant conversation in the vortex of Genesis.
Actually, I was already suspicious of him when he said he could fix the Express and send the Trailblazers
Oh
back
yeah,
home.
he did say that he will
Well,
magically
the
prepare the
mask is
cable
coming
car
off
for
now.
us to get the hell
Based
out
on
of
my
here.
interactions with him,
Yeah, that's very
Lygist doesn't
sus on
seem
his
to have any
part.
desire to oppose the Chrysosairs. Rather, he only wishes to quietly observe everything as it unfolds.
Could it be that everything that's happened so far is exactly what he wanted to see? That title,
Potentially,
Theoros,
maybe.
does mean spectator. If we combine this information with what we know about the relationship between the scepter and paths, maybe Amphoris is being used as a chessboard by people from beyond this world, and Lygis is one of them.
Oh, you're exactly right. If the situation in the cosmos is like a game of chess, then Amphoris is a trap to set up the checkmate. But who knows? Maybe the chess pieces themselves can overturn the board. The hero's Era Nova could affect the worlds beyond the sky, and the Trailblazers' choices may also determine the future of the universe.
But before the Era Nova actually arrives, there's no way to tell what it will bring.
That we
The
don't know at
Trailblazers
the
have already
moment.
done so much for Amphoris.
Yeah, we did a
I
whole
don't want
lot
them
for
to have to
Amphoris while we're
experience the
staying here,
unknown of
even
Era
though
Nova.
a lot of
As
people are
someone
telling
from
us to get the
beyond
fuck
sky,
out of here, like
we already
Lazarus.
risked a lot by taking on a demigod's divine authority. If something were to happen in the Era Nova,
No, we can't let them stay. They have to listen to Finan and go home.
Yeah, you say that,
The
but we want to
Trailblazers
stay
won't
here and
betray
help
the
you guys
sincerity
first
of
before we
Showville.
decide to go back to our
However,
own world.
their fate will still be tied to that of Amphoris. They'll be returning to the battlefield with a very important mission.
On the other hand, I suspect many of our audience members, like me, have some questions about Finan. That Finan we saw in the Vortex of Genesis at the end of the 3.3 story? Why was his name hidden?
Oh yeah, I kind of
Maybe
noticed that.
that
Why did he even
Finan
bother
isn't the
censoring his
one we're
name
all familiar with.
unless the final that we saw during the last segment of 3.3 is not the
Gotta
one
leave
that
the
we
specific
know
details
about?
for everyone to find out
Ooh,
themselves
that could
in
be
the
a good
game in
explanation
version
about that one.
3.4.
And that would also explain why Serene was
Actually
there,
got
or
some
aka
other
Alicia.
information to reveal to you.
What kind of information?
Following the story's progress, as I've written, we'll receive a big update in this version. In
Big
these records that we've
update.
kept,
Okay.
You will be able to catch a glimpse of Amphoris' true nature.
True nature,
Before,
you say?
As I've written, was like a storybook, keeping record of our friends' stories. Now, even its appearance has changed. It feels like something big is about to happen.
It looks like it's turned into some kind of database.
You can use this system to unlock even more of Amphorius' secrets.
Ooh, what kind of secret are you
Right.
talking about here? But I'm pretty
Aside
sure
from
we'll
the
find
major
out later
updates
on.
too, as I've written, the long-awaited skip dialogue feature, which was previously
Finally,
announced,
after
is
so
finally
long.
going
We've been
live in
asking this
version
for like, what,
3.4.
2 years now?
Story
And they finally
dialogue
actually
can now be
implemented it in the
skipped by
game.
section, with plot summaries and the main characters that appeared in each section displayed along the way. Now you can choose the pace of storytelling based on your own preferences. In version 3.6, there'll also be a story recap function.
Only at
Stay tuned.
3.6, so we have
But
to
of
wait 2
course,
whole
as
patches
move
until we
into
can actually
version
get that.
3.4, we shall take
We could
the
easily
final
implement
step
that in
of the
3.4, to
prophecy
be
together
honest.
and witness the truth and the fate of this world. And the myriad celestia.
Oh, we're getting a part
part
2 of that Mirror Celeste that we got way back from the Aeons? Okay, more lore dump.
Oh, you mean what's happening beyond the sky? Is it also related to Amphorius and Era Nova?
We'll have to keep it a secret for now. Meanwhile, we'll be releasing an animated short.
Ooh, animated
This
short for
animated short
Paimon?
contains
Okay.
a very important part of the story in version 3.4. Can't spill too much here, but I can give you a little teaser. This short will come with its own original theme
Wait,
song.
Paimon's getting original theme song
So
for
don't
that
miss
short anime
it.
short?
nice.
Okay. A lot of
Can't
drip
wait to
marketing
dive
for this
into the
guy.
lore story already?
Next, why don't we turn our attention to our good friend Viden and take a look at his story together.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's take a look at his story. And that is his idol animation. Nice, nice. And of course, he sprout wings for his idol animation. And that's his basic attack. Okay. And that's his skill, which is very fancy. And I'm guessing this is his ult, where he transformed to whatever god being that is. So he has a new moveset coming instead with the Firefly. Wait a minute, that's the same exact moveset that was used when I was fighting Nigodor, the Stripe Titan. Wait a minute, now he's selling meteors to smite typos? What's this, Final Fantasy VII Sephiroth? Then again, he kinda does feel like it. And after all that, he turns back to normal.
What in the world
And
happened to
Finon
Finon to
is
make him
a
change this
physical
much?
destruction.
This is nothing
Interesting.
like the warm,
okay,
sunny
makes sense of
person
all
we
his
all know.
abilities he's been dishing
Now
out.
he seems strange and formidable.
Oh, could you elaborate?
I remember when our buddy first showed up in Amphorius. Finon was one of the first Chrysosairs to genuinely welcome them. And when danger came knocking, he always had our backs.
But behind that kindness and reliability, Finon carries the expectations of many. He is the deliverer chosen by the prophecy, and Aglaya's hand-picked successor of the Flame Chase journey. Aglaya even used her own death to set him up for
That
success.
she did, and I
by
wasn't
making the
expecting her
Council
getting
of
killed off by a
Elders the
mere
focus
assassin of all
criticism,
things.
and allowing Finon to step up and rally the people.
Yeah, all of us have high hopes for him. Some even call him the deliverer of Amphorius.
The exact
Even
same line that
Cypher, who
Mine once
barely
said
ever
to him
showed
every
her
time they
face,
see each
used to
other.
call him Little Deliverer Boy.
It's as if everyone just assumes that he'll be a savior.
Now I'm curious. What was Fighter like before he joined the Flame
Oh,
Chase
yes,
journey?
please. We'd like to know about
one
his
of those
backstory,
perfect
even though we
kids
have a
everyone got
small
compared
glimpse
to.
of what happened in his
Before
childhood, especially
the
his
Flame Chase
village.
journey. Guess we've got to go back to my hometown, Ides Elysiae.
Ali
It was a
Elysiae.
Small, remote village. Nothing
Ah, look at
flashy,
that.
but
It's a nice
far away from the
environment.
chaos.
A nice change of
Ooh,
contrast from
sounds
all the
like
other
a
places
real
we've been
peaceful
visiting.
place.
It was. And
Yeah,
even though
it
the
was
village was
until
small,
the
everyone got
black
along
tide
really well.
came knocking on their
There were also
doors.
beautiful rivers and mountains.
Oh, look at that
and even a
forest, though.
That forest was home to all kinds of little fairies. When I was little, I'd go exploring the woods and
Aw.
visit those cute fairies. When I wasn't exploring, I'd go play with my friends by the sea. We pretended to be heroes from the old stories and practiced our swordsmanship.
Yeah,
When
swordsmanship.
we got tired, we
mhm.
went to lie down in the wheat fields until we got called home for dinner.
No strife, no invaders, or any of that deliverance crisis stuff? Seems like a complete paradise.
The wheat fields look gorgeous too. lying there surrounded by golden waves of wheat, with the breeze carrying that sweet malted scent. Oh, just the thought of it is enough to get me excited.
And guess what? You won't have to imagine for long. In version 3.4, we get to explore ID's Elysiae alongside the Trailblazer. Learn about Finan's past, how he became a warrior, joined the flame chase, and grew into the person he is today.
Can't wait!
From a carefree little kid to the deliverer carrying everyone's hopes. You've really come a long way.
More ways than one, I would agree.
Finan just gives off this heaviness. Like he'd still press on no matter how exhausted, just to live up to everyone's expectations.
Amphorius needed a hero, so he became one. The Chrysos heirs needed hope and a leader, so that's who he became. Looking back at the main art for this version, even though Finan's face is still
It just
the
occurred to me
same,
that Fireman's art
whole
on the
vibe
Jupiter
has
Marking
shifted.
of For the Sun
gaze
Set to
is
Die
now
kind of
sharp
reminds me
and
of
commanding.
Karna from FGO a
Completely
little
different
bit.
from before. Now
Maybe that
we're
was an
just one
intention
step
since, you know,
away from
3.4 is
Aaron Nova
also the Faithful
that the
Lab, so
prophecy
maybe he
foretold.
had some
The
inspiration from
deepest truths of
Karna.
Amphorius are about to come to light. What trials lie ahead, and what choices will Finan make?
A hero's journey is never easy. But if the will in your heart is strong enough, no fire can burn you out. If anything, every trial is just a forge for an even brighter soul. I am more than ready.
Well said. Then, let's let everyone experience it all themselves in version 3.4. Now, let's take a look at how
Ooh, let's take a look
Finan
at his
goes
combat
in
now.
fast.
Alright.
You got it. I'll first show up in the familiar
Stride
form
of
everyone
Deliverance
knows.
is basic,
When using my
okay.
skill, I'll deal
Oh, yeah,
damage
kinda
to
similar
one
to
designated
Acheron's.
enemy
Oh,
and adjacent
okay.
targets.
Letter
The use
DV
of my
Light.
skill also grants me core flames.
Core Flames.
Once I've collected enough of them, I can activate my ultimate.
Similar to Acheron.
Right? So
But
core
kind of
flames
fitting,
only
Core
come from
Flames, you know,
using
you've
your
been collecting all
skill?
the Core Flames in the journey of
Not at all.
Amphros.
Finan can also gain core flames when he's selected as a target by a teammate or enemy
Oh,
ability. If
so
he
that's
does the
why
target
there's
team with
Bronya,
ability,
so he can
Finan
actually
will
give him
deal
more
even
stacks.
more damage.
Cool, okay.
When I use my ultimate, I'll create a territory.
So I'm
and
guessing
transform.
you need to
After
build him with a bunch of
transforming,
harmony units
Finan
to
powers
boost
up
his
massively.
gain for his
Teammates temporarily
charges.
retreat
Interesting.
and can't take action.
Wait a minute.
while he faces the enemy head-on
He
with
is only by
newfound
himself,
strength.
so he's just consumed all the party members into
That
like
sounds
one
way
big
too
HP
risky.
pool. Interesting.
No worries. All the
And he
talents
has
above
3
and behind his
moves.
Teammates still stay active to provide.
Oh,
him
he also
with
has all their
much
buffs.
support.
Okay, so I'm guessing you
Exactly.
need to buff him up
After
before he
using
goes
the
in his
core
ult, so
flames
he can
to
actually benefit with
transform,
all the buffs.
I have access to the powers of 3 kinds of titans:
Creation,
calamity, and foundation.
and Foundation.
Each with a brand new ability.
Still though,
Care
having
to
all this
elaborate on
after
that?
transforming is really
Tapping into the
insane.
power of the creation titans, I can deal damage to one designated
Creation,
enemy and
Blood
adjacent
Fairy
targets.
Fairy.
Calling upon the power of the
Calamity,
calamity titans,
Soul
I'll
Scorch
enter a
Edict.
special state called Soul Scorch. In this state, I'll force all enemies
Oh, he
to
forces all
immediately take
targets to
action,
immediately attack
during
him,
which
kind
I
of like
receive
a
reduced damage,
counter
and
stance
each
in
hit
a
I
way.
take builds up the Soul Scorch stack. Once all enemies have taken action, I retaliate.
Yep.
Dealing damage
And as
to
I pointed
all
out
enemies
earlier,
and then
that sword is the
unleashing
exact
multiple
same one that was
instances of
used against the Swipe
damage on one
Titan.
random enemy.
Because since he's been collecting all the core
Heads up.
flames, it makes
The more
sense to use a
Soul Scorch
portion
stacks
of
he's
that
got,
power for
the
himself.
stronger that counterattack hits.
Using these 2 abilities also grants me an exclusive charge called Scourge,
Scourge.
which fuels my 3rd ability.
And here
With the
comes
power of the
Meteor, as you
Foundation
saw from
Titans, I
earlier,
dispel
and
all
seriously
debuffs on
though,
myself.
this really
Then
reminds
use
me of
Scourge
Sephiroth from
charge
Final
to
Fantasy
deal
VII
bounce
when he
damage.
used Supernova
If
near
I've
the end of
maxed
the
out
game.
consumable Scourge charge, I also slam all enemies with extra
And of course, he
damage.
uses like a giant
Once all his
Supernova
actions have
ability
been used
before
up,
he goes back to
Finan will
normal.
unleash one final blow, hitting all enemies.
And he's
before
back to
leaving the
normal.
territory.
Like seriously, like
Finan's
so
technique
many
is
stuff
pretty
crammed
unique,
into
too.
one
Upon
character.
casting it,
Beginning
Finan
of the
instantly
end.
strikes all enemies in a certain
Wait,
distance. If they're
that's
normal
basically
enemies, they're
Acheron, but
immediately
a
wiped out
wider
without
range, and
even
you can hit
triggering
multiple
a battle.
targets. Like, come on. But
All
hold on,
enemies?
I just noticed his
That's
technique is
nuts.
more than 4.
course, power
Wait a minute,
comes
what's
with a
what's up
cost.
with that?
This technique consumes 2 technique points.
If the
Consumes
technique
2.
misses, it
Yeah,
won't
we know
cause
about that.
any
When he
points.
misses, it doesn't get
Plus,
consumed, but-
with Finan's in the team, the technique
Oh,
points
so if you have
goes
Final
up
on your
by
team,
3.
you get 8
When I
technique
use my
points instead of
technique to enter
4.
combat,
Oh,
I'll
that's
also regenerate energy
interesting.
from my teammates.
Especially since you
In
need
addition,
more
at the start
to
of
kill
each
certain
wave, I'll
targets
deal
on the
damage
map,
to
I
all
guess.
enemies and gain Scourge.
Oh, I see.
Alright.
Man, Final has like a
We've
lot
wrapped
of
up
stuff
Finan's
going
combat
for him, so
abilities.
I
It's
might
time to
consider
bring
rolling
you
with him
some
after
updates
getting
on
Saber.
a few familiar faces. In version 3.4, Silver Wolf, Blade.
Oh, this is the
Kafka,
buffs
and
for the older
Jingliu
characters that they
are
announced
all
way
getting
back.
some
Okay, so I wonder what they changed for the kit now.
Let's go!
Happening!
Oh, Mr. Albert, please do tell us what's changing.
Let's
And
start
first
with
off, Silver Wolf. So what did you
After
change
the
on Silver
optimization,
Wolf?
Her ultimate now lowers the defense of all enemies.
Oh, instead of single target, it's
just one.
AoE now? Okay,
So
that's a
it's
big
AoE
buff
now,
for Silver
not
Wolf.
single target.
And by the looks of this
Exactly.
big buff for Silver Wolf, looks like I'll be
She'll
using her more often
prioritize
than
adding a
Pela.
weakness that matches the type of the first character in your lineup.
Oh,
On top
thank
of
God.
that,
No more
Silver
RNG
Wolf
when I
will
need to
generate
input a
extra
weakness
energy
on my
at the
target
start
with
of
Silver Wolf.
combat
That's a
and the
big
beginning of
change on her
each
kit.
turn.
Oh, that makes it a lot easier to apply the weakness we actually want.
Next up.
Oh, next is Kafka. So what did you do for
buffs.
Kafka?
Kafka's skill will trigger more DOT.
Nice,
on
more
enemies.
DAT, which is very appreciated for
Whenever a
Kafka.
teammate hits an enemy target with any kind of attack, Kafka will launch a
Oh,
follow-up
that's a
attack.
big change. Instead of like a
Activating
basic
certain
attack to
traits,
trigger the
the follow-up
follow-up, it's
attack
also
can
with her
trigger
skill.
Extra DOT on the enemy.
And the follow-up
using
can
her
trigger
ultimate,
DOT
the
as
correct
well.
number of
Oh,
times the follow-up
hell
attack can be
yes.
triggered.
So basically, Kafka's got more frequent follow-up attacks,
more follow-up
better
attacks.
efficiency applying debuffs, and an overall boost to DOT output.
Looks like we're eating good with DOT yet again.
Now for Blade.
Alright, next is
After the
Blade.
update,
So what did they
he will
change
deal
for
damage
him?
to enemies based on his max HP.
Oh, thank God.
When
No more
Blade
attack
enters the
percentage for
hellscape
Blade.
state, he is more likely to be attacked, and his follow-up
Oh,
attacks
that's a
will
good
generate
change, so he can
extra
actually get
energy.
targeted more often for
Sounds
more
like
follow-up
Blade can
attacks.
trigger more
Not to mention, you can actually use his
and
ult
use
more
his ultimate
often
more
than
often,
before.
meaning his
Especially if
total
you have
damage
Yanseen.
output's
It's gonna be a
gonna
very good
Good
combination with Blade.
observation. A change will happen to Jingliu as well.
Okay, so what did they
Now
change for
she'll deal damage to
Jingliu?
enemies based on her max HP.
Okay, so instead of
Each
attack
time a
percentage, she
teammate
scales with
loses
HP now,
HP,
which is very fitting for the new
Jingliu
meta
stacks
at the
extra
moment.
crit damage. After she
Wait a
enters the
minute.
spectral
It used to be
transmigration
2, now
state,
it's
she'll also
3?
gain a stack
Hell
of
yeah, you
synergy.
can actually stay longer in
That
this state
means the
because
spectral
at
transmigration state
E6,
lasts
if I remember
longer,
correctly, or
and her
whichever
overall
item it
damage
was, you
output
get 3.
climbs even
So,
higher
plus
accordingly.
1 with that for people
Our
that have
old
E6
friends sure
Jingliu,
are
you're gonna
getting
be in
some
that state for
solid
much
upgrades.
longer.
But with all these ability reworks, won't their Eidolons be
Yeah, would the
affected?
Eidolons actually be effective with all the change?
Some of our old friends Eidolons will be tweaked. to
Okay,
better
that
match
answers
the
my
revamped
question.
kits.
So they'll
They
tweak the
can show
Eidolons,
everything
especially with all the
stays
buffs
in
they'll be getting.
But what if someone wants to stick with their previous version?
Yeah,
of
that's a
their
very good question.
abilities?
What if they don't want to
That
change
won't be
their
a
character?
problem. You can switch between our friends'
Oh,
ability
that's
modes
nice. So you
freely.
can change
So
between
choose
whichever you want for your
version
character,
you like
either
best.
the enhanced buffs
For more
or their
details,
prior
be sure to keep
ones.
an eye out for
With this
official
update, at
announcements.
least you don't need to farm new
Sounds
relics for your
good.
characters after they get their new
Aside from the
buffs.
ability reworks, one more old friend of ours is getting
Ooh, an
something
old
new
friend. I
this
wonder
time.
who this could be.
Oh, who is it?
In version 3.4, Firefly's brand new outfit.
Oh, Firefly's
We're
getting a
missing.
skin?
Making its
Okay.
debut.
A new outfit.
Although,
Ooh, let's
if it's
take a
really
look at
good,
the
I
video
might
clip
consider
first.
getting it. Oh, it's a school uniform. Okay. It seemed alright for Firefly, even though I kind of wish they had the Geppetto outfit, the one that she actually wore during Kafka's Million Celestia. But getting back to the outfit, it looks fine on her normal self, but when you go to Sam, it looks almost exactly the same except some minor parts are colored green tinted.
Brooch on her chest. You can tell she put a lot of thought into picking it out.
Maybe she even asked for fashion advice from her fellow Stellaron hunters.
Well, Miss Kafka does have an outfit style. They must have talked a lot about it behind the scenes.
Even her mech's had a makeover. You think she spruces it up during downtime to match her outfit changes?
Oh, totally possible. If I had a mech, I'd also probably coordinate it with my outfit. New theme, new colors. The whole look has to be consistent. You'll be able to grab Firefly's new look from the contract shop using Oniric Shard.
A Narc charge, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be hell expensive to get that skin.
Official announcements. Next.
And for
let's
the
take a
banners,
look
we
at
have
this version's
Paimon,
banner.
including his light
In
cone,
version
and we have
3.4's
Tingyu,
first half warp event,
March 7,
Trailblazers
and
can
Yukong.
acquire the limited
Okay.
5-star character
Oh wait, it's a new light cone, and of course it has to be
Limited 5-star light
Alicia.
cone, thus burns the dawn, will have a boosted drop rate. Also, a brand
And it's a
new
remembrance.
4-star
Why I'm not
light cone
surprised.
For the Path of Remembrance, the story's next page is being added to the first half banner. At the same
And
time,
for the reruns, we have
also kick
Tribi,
off a
Sunday,
special
and
work
Hanami.
event
Oh
for
god, a
limited
lot of
5-star
stack
characters.
support characters.
Tribi, Sunday,
I might
and
consider getting
Sparkle
Tribi
are
first
coming
and then
back.
Sunday.
Plus,
Well, that
5-star
depends on
light
my
cones is
early
time
pulls
a
for
flower.
Saber.
Grounded
If she
as
actually be
saints
kind enough to come home
and
early,
the
that is.
escapade will return as well. In the second half
And
of
for the
version
second half,
3.4, we've
oh,
got
I just
another
kind of
round
noticed all the
special
characters
event.
are destruction.
Limited 5-star characters,
And for the 4
Firefly,
stars, we have
Yu,
Hanya,
and Blade will be
Lynx,
back
and
along
Luca.
with the
I wonder why
limited
Luca's
5-star
here, though.
icons. We're about
okay.
to dreams rest.
I find it kind of strange if they add Blade to the banner, which you can actually lose for him in the 50-50 now. So I guess, you know, if you're actually looking for Eidolon for Blade, which is very perfect here, so you still get it regardless if you lose your 50-50. But then again, there is a slight chance you might get someone else besides Blade, so that is something also to consider.
Version 3.5. And the limited 5-star light cones, patience is all you need, and incessant rain will rerun as well.
Nice.
Also,
Wait, new 4-star light cones for the Battle Pass? Wow, look at all of these things. Didn't think they'd actually add more light cones to the Battle
I see
Pass.
quite a few familiar faces
There's
on the light
Paimon.
cones. There are a few mini versions
I
of
ain't
Crisis
seen-
Airs.
Looks like Finan really does enjoy spending
And
his
that's what the
days in the
Nox,
wheat
I'm
fields.
assuming.
Nature's
There's even a
mattress.
light cone for Kakabasha?
Can't beat that level
Damn.
of comfort.
And there's Tribi and
for sure.
Tribios.
All right, let's take a quick break. There's still more version 3.4 content coming your way.
And we're back, and they're
Let's
actually
take a
bringing
look
back
at the
Origami
events
Bird Clash
this
from
version.
2.3.
A piece of
Alright.
good news
And since
comes
they brought
from
back this event,
Benedict.
you can expect a lot of people
Weather
playing
and
this game mode with their friends online.
Origami Bird Clash is about to return in version 3.4.
Is that the Cute Match 3 game?
That's right! The International Peace Corporation has officially sponsored Origami Bird Clash and hopes to promote this arcade game full of Pentaconian flavor throughout the whole cosmos. And the first step to
And I
starting
really
that
hope they
grand
actually
adventure
add more
will be to
rewards this
open
time
up
around
the
for
original
this
shop
event.
arcade on the Trailblazers Radiant Feldspar.
There needs to be some new game modes for the
new
game
game
to make a
modes if
name
they actually
for
brought it
itself,
back.
right?
Of course. This time, the two players will take turns acting on the same field, and every
Okay,
player has a
alright.
set number of moves. You can eliminate 4 or more fruits. to
Oh,
form
that's a nice
bombs and
change, even
obtain
though I'm not
extra
sure how
moves.
much significance that
You
would
can
be
also
this
get
time
extra
around for this
moves when you
event.
swap 2 super
Then again, I
bombs to
never
trigger a
played
combo
Candy Crush at
elimination.
all, so
Oh no!
playing any of these games
I
is
see
just
obstacles
very
popping
alien
up
to
on the
me.
field. How are we supposed to deal with those?
That's a
Not to
good
worry.
question.
In this version of the Origami Bird Clash, there will be lots of new items that can
No
help you in
items,
battle.
you say?
For
Okay,
example,
pray
Shattering
tell.
Hammer can eliminate any individual fruit or obstacle.
Okay,
Spicy
I
Bomb
don't
can
remember
turn
there was like
fruit
a similar
into
mechanic in the
bomb,
old one,
and
but
Reset
that's a
Cube
nice
can reset
change.
all fruits on the field. Leveling up items will also
Oh, you
make
can
them
level up
more
items? I
powerful.
don't remember you can
As
actually
long
do
as you
that
pick
in
the
the
right
previous
item
version of
at
this
the
one.
right time.
Probably not, for all I
Turn
know.
the tide and deliver a powerful blow to your opponent.
There are plenty of familiar faces among
Like
our
Argenti,
opponents this
Boothill,
time.
including myself,
That's
even
right.
though I'm always present in all
Trailblazers
these
can still
events.
battle against many old friends in this event. In addition
Wait a
to
minute, that's a
participating in
Chinchue
story
Origami
challenges,
Bird.
Trailblazers
Was it always
can
been like
also
that on
do
the last
open
event?
challenges
I
with
can't really
friends
remember
from
though. It's been
across
like
the
a
universe.
long ass time
This
since I actually
multiplayer
played this mode.
won't end with version 3.4 either. Origami Bird Class will replace the Seal Slammers multiplayer mode.
Oh,
and become
okay,
the
so
new
instead of the Seal
long-term
Slammers, we get
co-op
this
game
one
mode.
instead. Okay,
We're done
that's a
slamming
nice change,
seals.
because people
Now
are probably
it's
getting
time
tired
for
of the Seal
slamming
Slammers at this point.
birds.
All right, let us continue with more version content.
And of course, we can't forget the Gift of Odyssey, which is every patch cycle. Need all those tickets, especially for all the banners I'll be
The
pulling.
Planar Fissure and
And of
Realm
course, we
of the
can't forget the
Strange
Planet
events
Fissure
will
event
also
and
return.
Realm of the Strange,
Complete
where
the
we try to get more
challenges to
relics,
get
even though
double
half the
rewards.
time we don't get what we
Yep.
need.
In version 3.4,
And a new Wind
Stagnant
Ascension
Shadow,
material,
Shape
and
of
I'm pretty
Cinders
sure that's
will
not for
also
Saber
come
because I've been
online.
free-farming her
And
for
you
a
can
while
obtain the Ascension
so I'm
material,
guessing a
Charred Bud
new
of
character
Twilight
down the
for
line.
wind characters upon completing the challenge.
At the same time,
And we get 2
the
new player ornaments, alright, but
Arcadia
I just
of
kind of
Woven
noted that
Dreams
Mem
and
inside of one of
Revelry
those
by the
player
Sea
ornaments.
will also
That's a little bit
come online.
morbid if you ask me.
Trailblazers can obtain them in the Divergent universe.
Alright, so
Why
new
did my
relics,
seat
new planet
collapse?
ornaments. Cool, cool, cool.
In addition, I'd like to share with you some information about a few events outside the game. first.
Oh,
The annual
HoYoFest. They're
HoYoFest
actually having
Offline
another round for
exhibition
people to
will
submit
begin
their
in
commissions
July.
for this one.
This
Okay,
year's
cool,
event
cool.
venues have been
Although I did
completely
watch their
updated,
HoYo
and
Fair
the
from
events will be
January
held
from
in
this
core
year, so
cities in
since they're actually
6
having a
Southeast
HoYo
Asian
Fair for
countries.
Honkai Star Rail, that would be
That's
something to
right.
look forward
We've
to.
also prepared a lot of event missions and new merchandise.
Event mission.
Please follow
Maybe
our official
more
channels
Stellar
for
J
details
for
about the
us,
events and tickets.
perchance?
In addition,
Because I'm really sure I need all of
Honkai
them.
Star Rail will be joining
Oh, Anime
Expo
Expo,
this
which is
July.
somewhere I'm not going to be
Come visit
going,
the Star
which is
Rail booth and
unfortunate.
claim free limited gifts.
A special panel for Honkai
And special
Star
panel
Rail
for
will
Trash
also be
Stage
held
as
at
per
Anime
usual.
Expo,
Joshua
featuring
Waters,
several
Gabriel
special
Warburton,
guests.
Hayden
Please
Devu,
keep an eye
and
out for more
Adian
info
Dawn.
and official
Okay.
announcements. See you at Anime Expo.
Man, I really wish I can go to
Thank
Anime
you all
Expo
for
at
your
least
kind
once in my
introductions.
life.
Let me see.
Maybe one of these days I will
Once at a
go there at
time.
one point.
We'll move it on to our next show in just a sec.
You
And I'm guessing they're going to be
mighty
switching to the
busy,
Fate collab
Albert.
next for the second half
I
of the
am a
program.
professional super
Oh,
host.
summoning circle.
going on?
Oh, goodness, Albert.
no.
Hey, what's going on? It's not my time yet.
See ya, Albert. And, ooh, Booty and Aventurine. Okay, not sure why they're here, but it's nice to see them again.
That's the concept of a holy grail. Welcome to the live stage of the Honkai Star Rail and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works collab special program.
Ah, long time no
Yeah,
see.
long time no
everyone.
see,
I'm
Aventurine.
Aventurine from the Interastral Peace Corporation.
And Boothill himself.
Galaxy Ranger Boot Hill, at your service.
Welcome, both of you. I, Albert, have apparently been summoned by the Holy Grail.
Apparently.
This show's host today.
Albert, could your class be speaker?
Maybe. That's actually
Son
kind
of
of
a
fitting for
gun.
Albert since he's the host in
That's
all his
funny.
programs.
Maybe you two can call me presenter instead. That sounds nicer.
Well, presenter doesn't sound half bad. In that case, why don't you present the situation to our
Yes,
audience?
please. Let's get the
Explain
show
what
on the
you meant
road.
by summoned by the Holy Grail and why we've arrived at Penacony.
I think the only reason why they chose Penacony
Well,
as the staging
Cosmos
ground for the Holy Grail
full of
is
surprises.
because if you go
Soon
inside the
after
dream
ripples of
world,
the
you don't need to
Charming
worry
Festival
about any
calm,
casualties
the
happening to
Trailblazer
other
received a
people
secret invitation
that we know of at the
owed
moment,
out.
unless someone
And the
actually
Alfalfa
does
Family.
die inside the
It
dream
turns
world.
out that the old Jen is planning a brand new entertainment spectacle called Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War.
Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War. Sounds like a Holy Grail War is taking place.
One
in
thing
a
for sure, I
sweet
do
dream.
appreciate the music
That's
they're
right.
using in the background for this
I have
presentation
no
for
idea where
the
old Odie
introduction
got
of
his
the
Holy
Fate
Grail
collab.
from. Let me give a brief explanation of everything here. It's said that the Holy Grail is a wish-granting
Yep,
chalice
it is a
that
wish
can
granting
manifest
chalice,
any
even
miracle.
though at
And
the
the
end
Holy
of Fate
Grail
Zero,
War
when
is a
someone
main
actually,
trap ritual
used
for
to
a
go
king
for their
battle.
wish, things didn't
As
turn
long
out
as you
so
win in the brutal
well.
contest of the Holy Grail
Yeah, if you know,
Well,
you know.
Feel your wishes.
That daggum Wubba Boot Charmony Festival has only just concluded, and they're putting on a new show already.
Hey, don't forget that Penacony prides itself on being a holiday resort.
Holiday
How are they
Resort,
gonna attract
yeah,
tourists
I
if
don't
they
know
don't
about
have
that
any
one,
fans?
Albert.
Besides, didn't the last Charmony Festival have a little accident?
Yep,
I mean,
it
that
did.
wasn't
It just
great
seems
for
like yesterday I have to fix the
The
whole
family's
mess
definitely
left by
gonna want to
Sunday.
find another opportunity to generate some buzz.
Well, I heard that old Odie hopes to make the Penacony and Holy Grail War into a new show that rivals the Charmony Festival.
Yeah, I know
Therefore,
about
returning
that.
Penacony to the
Especially
cosmic
since, you know,
limelight.
after
With
a lot of
dreams
people
as the
die
gimmick,
in the Holy
the show
Grail,
is sure
having
to
it as like
attract
another
a lot of money
attraction doesn't
and
seem
a
like a
lot of
wise
dream
move
chasing.
on their part.
I bet old Odie is thinking of the same thing.
This Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War program will be conducted in Penacony. The 7 invited participants will summon famous historical figures to fight alongside them as their servants. And the final winner will receive the precious opportunity to make their wish come true.
If I actually make a one
Chance
wish
to
in this
make any
game,
wish
is to have the
and
perfect
any
relic
miracle
set for
come
all my
true.
characters.
Well, that's definitely a nice gimmick. But, as we all know, people die if they're killed.
Oh god damn, they actually
Bullets
made that
don't
reference from
discriminate.
Unlimited
So
Blade
someone
Works.
gets caught
God
in the
damn it.
crossfire.
Didn't think they actually have a
Rest assured,
little
everyone,
nod
the
reference from
Sweet
the source
Dreams and the
material.
Holy Grail War production crew hereby swear that no one's life will be in danger in the dream. Everyone
Yeah,
can participate
you
and
say
watch
that,
in peace.
Albert. I'm pretty sure someone who will still manage to
Alright,
die at
alright.
some point. I don't know
Well, since
about
it's
that.
you, Albert, I'll believe it for now. So, who's participating?
This time,
Here we go.
the owner of the radiant
Of course, has to be the Trailblazer herself. But then again, it actually depends on who chooses your Trailblazer, either between Caius or Stell.
will be participating.
Oh, so the Trailblazer will be taking part in another adventure.
That's right. In addition, Miss Robin will
And of course, you can
also be
have
a
Miss
part of
Robin
this
as
war.
part of
As
the
another
participants in this
Pantaconian
Holy Grail
shareholder,
War.
the Interastral
And as for
Peace
adventuring,
Corporation's
I can
strategic
seriously
investment
imagine him
department
summoning
sent me as
Gilgamesh
their
since, you know, he's
representative
very
in the
rich
war.
and
The
whatnot.
Galaxy Ranger Boothill
And for
will
Boothill,
also
though,
participate in
maybe
this Holy
Kukulin, since
Grail
they have
War.
this similar
Actually,
personality.
I was just wondering, why is a criminal wanted by the IPC?
Yeah, that's a very
participating in
excellent
this?
question.
Micah got an invitation.
Oh,
too.
Michael got the
But
invitation and he
has no
decided to
time
give it
for
to
this.
Boothill instead.
I can't turn a blind
Oh,
eye
okay,
when
so that
someone's
makes
in
a lot of
tight
sense,
spot,
though.
so
But
helping out
still,
was the least I
even
could
though he gets
do.
the invitation
Looks
from
like Mr.
Mika,
Boothill
he
really
still
asked for
advertises himself like,
deep
hey, I'm right
bucks
here,
and
come and
dream
get
bucks
me.
Well, apart from those we've mentioned, are there any other special participants?
Yeah,
that
like
we've been
potentially
looking forward to
Rin
in this Holy
Tosaka,
Grail
or
War?
even, you know, Amiya,
Of
even though we already
course.
have his Archer
Apart from
variant as
local
one of the servers you can
Pantaconian
summon in the
heroic
game.
spirits, 3 very well-known heroic spirits will also arrive by the Grail
Maybe, you know,
Summit
2 of
and
them,
participate
but he mentioned
in
3.
this Holy Grail War. They are respectively Saber,
King of
Archer,
Kings,
and
and
Lancer.
Emiya. Wait, Lancer?
That's
And
what
I
I'm
really
talking
hope
about.
it's Kukulin
I
because
wonder
he's
which
my
heroic
boy
spirit
from
will end up
Unlimited Blade
accepting a
Works.
contract with the Trailblazer.
Now, see? This is how you attract attention. Now we're gonna get tons of views. That's why you pay big bucks to get the big names. As to what stories will
Oh,
unfold
that
in the
artwork
sweet
though,
dreams
I
of the
want
Holy
that as a
Grail War,
wallpaper. Like,
and
look at
we
that,
will
having
forge a
Saber and
contract with
Emiya
them.
back to back.
Trailblazers will have to find out. In the
Yeah,
game.
we have to wait
Here's
and
a
see
reminder
when this
that the
actually
Honkai
drops to find out the
Star
full
Rail
story
and
between
Raid
these
Stay
two.
Night Unlimited Blade Works collaboration Trailblaze Continuance. Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail will officially start on July
Oh,
11th.
it's starting July 11,
Keep an eye
which is
out
not
for it.
far from now.
Now let's learn more about Saber and Archer, our 2 heroic spirits from another world.
Oh, yes!
And we have Saber herself, and
Saber's
surprisingly enough,
dress
no
seems a
English
little
VA, so I'm guessing they
different
still
from
have
usual
some legal
now that
issues
she's
using her
arrived
VA
in
for this
Pentagon.
holdout,
Well, this
maybe?
is the planet of
Probably.
festivities after
Then
all.
again, I don't
You
very
gotta
much
dress
have
up for
any
the
issues with
occasion.
this, to be honest.
Exactly right.
And I gotta
The
admit,
King
I
of
really
Knights
do
new
love how
outfit
she
was
looks in
personally
Honkai
designed
Star
by
Rail
Mr.
compared to
Takashi Takeuchi.
FGO and
It
whatnot.
retains her iconic blue and white colors.
And her iconic ahoge.
That's right. It retains the nobility of a king and also emphasizes utility for a warrior. The lines along her shoulders and her cloak are straightforward, while the design of her skirt is quite reminiscent of timeless British fashion. As for how she looks in the game,
Oh, we can actually see what she looks like in combat? Hell yeah, let's look at this. And of course, she's eating something. Typical Arthur. Ah, that's very cute. And now for her actual combat. Her basic is swinging a sword, okay. And then strike air is her skill. And for her ultimate is, of course, Excalibur. Wait a minute, is that a follow-up attack? Interesting.
Well, butter my fudge and call me a biscuit. That Excalibur truly shows her strength as a king.
Oh, talk about fancy visuals.
And how come the King of Knights is always stuffing her face?
Well, let's
Even
just
in
say she needs to
Pentagon.
eat food in
looks
order
like
for her to restore her
Pantaconian food
mana,
is
since,
very
you know,
much
Shiro
her
can't really
liking.
do that
That's
for
right.
her.
You can't fight on an empty stomach. Now, let's see how the King of Knights performs in battle.
Saber is a wind character.
Wind
following the path
destruction,
of
yeah.
destruction. Saber will gain a certain
Dragon
amount of
Reactor Core. Oh, that kind of reminds me of FGO for her mana burst. Behold the Kings of Knights.
Saber will obtain combat buffs and also more core resonances
core
after
resonance,
entering
okay.
battle. When she uses her basic
Visible
attack,
air,
she
oh,
can
so the
deal
visible
damage
blade
to
for her
a single
basic,
enemy.
okay.
The King of Knights is cautious as ever in this movie.
That she is, because
I
we
see
know what
she's
her
still
weapon
hiding
is,
her
then you know
weapon's
who she
appearance
is, and
and
that'd be a bad
true
thing
name.
in the Holy Grail
She
War.
uses her skill. Saber
Strike
will deal
air,
damage
Hammer of
to
the
one
Wind King.
designated enemy and its adjacent targets.
Oh, adjacents and the main
If
target.
Saber has
Cool,
enough
okay.
core resonance at that time, she'll consume core resonance to regenerate massive amounts of energy
Oh,
for herself.
perfect for her
and
big
increase her
blast
skill's
of
damage.
Excalibur.
In other words, you need to accumulate as much core resonance as possible to increase the damage Saber deals.
Exactly.
Are there any other ways to obtain core resonance?
Yeah.
Yes, there are. Whenever any ally uses their ultimate,
Oh, it's kind of similar to the Hertha, where you need to keep using ultimates to recharge her ultimate. Okay,
King of Dice
okay.
has dispelled invisible air, barrier of the Wind King around her sword, releasing high-pressure air in the blink of an eye to form Strike Air, hammer of the Wind King, dealing a devastating blow to the enemy.
Which in
When using
turn,
her ultimate,
make her use
Saber will deal damage to
Excalibur.
all enemies and turn her basic attack into enhanced
Boom!
basic attack.
Damn.
Enhanced basic attack can damage all
Release
enemies
Golden
and provide
Scepter.
Saber with a
Oh,
set
it's a
amount
hands
of
basic
core
attack, not a
resonance.
follow-up. Okay.
Also, during battle, if the sum of Saber's energy and the energy she can regenerate via consuming core resonance exceeds the amount of energy she needs to use her ultimate, Saber will immediately take action.
Oh, that's cool.
So
So if you
replenish
overflow the
core
energy,
resonance
she
in
gets
as many
advanced
ways as
forward.
possible,
Okay, that's
You can use
nice.
Excalibur more frequently.
Exactly.
That's right. Not only does this sword bear the King of Knights past, present, and future, but it also represents the noble ideal that was held in the hearts of the countless soldiers who once followed her in battle. Whew. All right, that concludes Saber's introduction. Now we'll move on to our next otherworldly heroic spirit.
Which is Emiashu, aka
Seems like
Archer.
Archer cares about this holy
And
grail
similar to
war
Saber,
very
he does have an
much.
English VA
He
for
put
this
on
one
a
as
new
well,
outfit,
so
too.
I'm guessing
He
it
even
really
changed
was
where
a
his
union thing that's
accessories
stopping
go.
from actually
Those
voicing
decorations he
in
had on
English
his
for the
chest are
event.
now on his
But
shoulders.
then again, it's not a total
What's
loss,
up,
similar to
Archer's
Saber. I'm
goddamn
okay with
guest?
his Japanese VA.
Archer's new outfit was also personally designed by Mr. Takashi Takeuchi. It has the classic red and black look.
The classic
sharp
red
contrast,
letter look for
reminiscent
Archer.
of a
Very
blazing
fitting for
fire in
HSR.
the deep night, imbued with a dangerous allure. The combination of the long trench coat with skin-tight combat gear emphasizes his lean figure and is the perfect fusion of attractiveness and strength.
You got that right. Director, show us the game footage already.
Yes, please. And this is either wait a minute, since he has trace on, he actually made a manifestation of the bat of the Trailblazer. Okay, that's his basic attack. Rocky out coach. Kyle the ball for his skill, I'm assuming. And of course, unlimited blade works. Man, that's so cool. Even though it's only a single target
So
since he's a
that's
hunt
unlimited blade
character.
works? Oh, quite impressive.
They could easily just made him into an erudition
After all,
character
Archer
because of
is a
unlimited
seasoned
blade works,
veteran
but
of
no,
war.
they decided to make him into a hunt
bone of
character.
my sword.
Oh well.
That sentence sure brings back a lot of memories.
Oh, indeed it
I
does.
agree.
Well then, let's take a look at Archer's combat performance.
Okay, so what it does in combat.
Okay. Archer is a quantum character following the path of
And
the hunt.
just so you know, he's
When he
the
uses
very
his basic
first
attack,
quantum
Archer can deal
male in the
damage to
game.
one designated
Kosho
enemy.
Brakia, which is his
Archer
dual
in close
swords. Alright.
combat. That's pretty gutsy, I'll give him that.
Oh, that is.
That's right. But Archer hasn't exactly slacked off on
Oh,
his
no, he
marksmanship
hasn't.
training since coming to Penacony. When using his skill,
Call the
Archer
ball,
will consume
fake
2
spiral
skill
weapon.
points to
Wait a
enter
minute,
the
I noticed
circuit
their
connection
skill
state,
points are more
dealing
than
damage
4,
to
so
one designated
oh.
enemy.
You can keep
While in the
spamming
circuit
that thing
connection
non-stop
state,
until
Archer's
you
turn
run
will
out of
not
skill
end
points,
after
which
he
is very
uses his
perfect
skill.
for Hanabi
And he
since,
can
you know,
continue
she's
to
having
use
a
his
rate
skill
up
until he
alongside with
runs
the
out
other
of skill
characters,
points.
so
Heads up. The more
maybe
times
I
he uses
do
skill
want to pick up
consecutively,
Hanabi
the more
first
damage Archer
instead of
deals
the
to
other
enemies.
characters, especially
After all,
Tribby. Maybe I'll get
everyone
her
knows
first
that a
and then
dual-wielding
Tribby
fighter
and then
who can't use the
Artorias.
noble phantasm
And
isn't
of course
a
you
good
can't forget his
archer.
unlimited blade works.
And using his
which is still a
ultimate,
single target.
Archer will recite the classic chant to activate unlimited blade.
And it's
works.
kind of waste, there's
Damage
no
to
like
one enemy.
Apart from damaging the
field
enemy,
zone for unlimited
Archer's
blade
ultimate
works after
also
he
grants
casts
him
it, so
special
let's say
charge.
he wants to use his
After
ult
any
again,
of
he
his
can do more
teammates' attacks,
damage
Archer will
the
consume
second time
special
around,
charge
but
to use a
no,
follow-up
I don't
attack
think that would be the
against
case for
enemy
him.
targets, while
Oh,
also
I just noticed
recovering
mine's
one skill
eye
point for the
true.
team.
Oh, that's like a
In
nod
that
from
case,
FGO for one of
there's no
his
need to
dodging
worry about running out of
abilities.
skill points
And
again.
that's nice, he can
just
actually
couldn't
recover
help
some
himself
skill
and
points
had
every
to
time he
use
does a
his favorite
follow-up attack.
twin blades.
When he uses his
Oh,
technique to
clairvoyance, I
enter
remember
battle,
that from
Archer will deal
FGO.
damage
If
to
I
all
remember
enemies and
correctly, it
obtain
makes
special
you drop
charge.
stars every
And that's
time
a
you
wrap
attack
on
with
Archer's
Archer and a big crit buff along with it.
I have big news for everyone.
Ooh, big news? What is it, Albert?
On July 11th and until the end of version 3.6, Trailblazers can log into the game to claim
Oh
the
yeah,
limited
we know about
5-star
this. We
collab
claimed him for free
character,
for
Archer,
3.4
free.
as a free 5-star.
Awesome!
We hope that, under Archer's protection, every adventure that the Trailblazers embark on will cleave open the dark clouds and become a saga sung throughout the cosmos. We also hope that your encounter, or for some of you, a reunion, with the servants across this vast universe will bring you all wonderful memories in the days to come.
Oh, yeah! How about that? The free new limited 5-star character mentioned during the anniversary celebration is finally here as promised.
Yep.
Actually, there's even more!
Wait, even more?
This year, Trailblazers will get another brand new
5-star
limited
character
5-star
later on.
character
Oh,
totally for free.
I wonder who it could be.
Awesome.
I really hope it's someone good, or maybe like... Who would be the 5-star character released later on? Maybe it could be a 5-star variant for March 7 perhaps, or maybe a new version for Dong Hung, for all we know. But if you ask me, I'm pretty sure it might be a 5-star variant for March 7.
Alright, now let's check out the banner details.
Banner
With the collab
details,
starts
of
on July
course.
11th,
We got
Trailblazers
Saber.
can
Oh,
use
look at
Star
that
Rail
light
special
cone
passes in the character
though.
collaboration
Thankfulness,
war,
coordination.
Excalibur Excelsior,
And that's like the exact
and
same
the
scene they
Bow
use
of
from
My
Unlimited
Sword
Blade
to
Works. It's
obtain
very
limited
fitting for a light
5-star
cone.
characters, Saber and Archer respectively. And the light cone
Red
collaboration
Radiance of Yuki.
Trailblazers can
Oh,
get the limited 5-star light
that's a little
cone,
nudge from
Nicholas
UBW
Coronation
when
from
MAO became the
Birth of
Counter
a King,
Guardian.
and the limited 5-star light cone, The Hell Where Ideals Burn, from Red Radiance of Fuyuki. In addition, pity counts are shared between the character collaboration warp banners and also separately shared between the light cone collaboration banners. But neither carries over to other types of
Yes, this is like the one nitpick where they don't carry
It's
over
worth
pity
mentioning
on the
here
other
that
banners
character
besides
and
the
light cone collab
collaboration
banners
ones.
will stay open long-term after the event starts.
Does long-term mean...
Yeah, when they say
even after
long-term,
versions
do you mean like after
3.4,
one patch or maybe 2
3.6 wrap-up,
patches?
You can still pull Saber, Archer, and the limited 5-star light cones.
Exactly.
Wait,
These
so there's
collab
no
banners
end date
run
for this
across
collab at the
multiple
moment?
versions with
Interesting.
No fixed end date yet.
Oh,
For now, at
And
least.
here's one more piece of news.
Ooh,
for you
one
all.
piece of news?
From the entire
Wait a
duration of
minute,
version
hold on a sec.
3.4,
I just need to
you
spend
can store real
200
special passes for
warps
your warps,
in any
free
banner
some
in
special
order to get
limited time
Archer's Light Cone
discounts
for free.
after the collab
That
event
is
starts.
really
When
good,
Trailblazers
although I
spend a
kind of feel
designated
bad for
number
other
of
people
Star
that
Rail
don't have
special
enough
passes,
resources to do
they
200
can
warps,
directly
but
obtain
I
the limited
digress, but
5-star
still,
light cone, the
I don't need to
Hell
roll on
Where
his banner to get
Ideals
his
Burn.
light cone, so
Throughout
you're basically
all of
getting
version
Archer for free
3.4?
for logging in, and his light cone
In
for
other
free
words,
if you do
after
200
the
warps, that
3.4
is.
update and before the collab event starts, any Star Rail special passes used in the banners for Finan or other rerun characters will still count toward the total, right?
Oh, yes, it
That's
will. Most definitely. And I have more than 200 tickets, so
As
getting
the
that light
collab
cone is
kicks
no
off,
problem
the
for
voice
me.
actors for Saber and Archer have some things they'd like to say to all of us.
Ooh,
Let's take a
okay.
break, and then we'll be back to hear their special messages.
これからマスターになる開拓
Ah,
者の皆
Saber's
さん、こんばんは。セ
VA.
ーバー役のカスメ役です。崩壊スターレールとフェイトステイナイト
I'm still kind of surprised she can still pull up the voice line for Excalibur for any other collab or even in FGO at this point. Like seriously though, that voice range is still good even up to this day.
剣を手に運命と立ち向かうセーバーの姿は厳しい冒険の中でも前へと進み続ける開拓者の姿と似ているのではないかなと思いました。収録中はフェイトとスターレールの世界観が混ざり合い新たな魅力が生まれていくのを感じました。あまり多くは話せないの
Of
で
course,
す
you
が
can't spoil
セー
anything
バー
yet.
がスターレールの世界でどのように信念と理想を貫いていくのかぜひお楽しみください。このコラボがたくさんの皆さんに楽しんでいただけたら嬉しいです。星々と聖杯が交わる旅の中であなただけの熱い思いとロマンに出会えますように。それでは最後に開拓者よ。
Aw, it's the line when you actually summon Saber.
これから
And
マスターになる
Archer's
開
VA.
拓者の皆さん、こんばんは。フェイトステイナイトでアーチャーを担当しております声優の諏訪部純一です。
I just gotta admit that his normal voice is exactly the same when he voiced Amiya, which is not like a bad thing, because some actors do have a slight different tone when they're voicing their character roles. But in his case, it's just no different when he's voice acting or just casually talking with someone.
戦争は彼にとってこれまでとは全く違うものになるのではないでしょうか。 崩壊スターレイルの世界でアーチャーが戦う姿が見られるのが本当に楽しみです。おなじみのキャラクターたちが未知の銀河で自分をどのように再定義していくのか、その行方をぜひ見届けてください。収録の際にアーチャーの戦闘シーン見せていただいたんですが、アンリミテッドブレードワークスの演出がとってもかっこよかったです。いや、気に入りました。素晴ら
Man,
しか
I
ったです。
really wish Unlimited Blade was
今
more
回のコラボ
persistent
企画
than
の
like the
中でも
one dump kind
ア
of
ーチャー
thing
の
when he's
か
old,
っこよ
but
さ
oh well.
存分にお楽しみいただけると思いますので、絶対にプレイしてくださいね。これはまた
Oh, the
と
Canic
んでもない
line
マスターに引き
looks
当
like
て
I've
られ
been
たもの
summoned by quite the master. Especially when he got summoned by Rin for the very first
Big
time.
thanks to our voice actors for those thoughtful messages. With the Honkai Star Rail and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works collab about to launch, we want to take this opportunity on the program to sincerely thank all our partners in this collaboration. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to Mr. Kinoko Natsu and Mr.
Oh, of
Takashi
course, Mr.
Takeuchi
Natsu,
for
which
their
is the
unwavering support
father
from the
of the
earliest
Fate
planning
franchise.
stages to the final implementation. And thank you to the Animation Production Committee and everyone else involved for all their hard work on this collab.
Y'all are much appreciated.
Oh,
Honestly,
most
it's only with
definitely.
this kind of dedication that we can bring you all the ultimate joy.
In order to showcase the Holy Grail War from multiple angles,
Wait,
and
what's
levels,
that?
the
Is that
organizers say that they
Avalon
also
as one of the
prepared
items there?
another
Ooh, and a
combat-filled
command code.
program, Fate Stay Night. It was a night with no wind and no moon under the cool breeze of Penacony. The Trailblazer met the red-haired Lancer.
I'm pretty sure that command code is Rin's one. Was it?
Except for
No, that's not Rin. That's Emiya's.
And utter that iconic line.
Because Rin was like a circular
The
one.
goddess of beauty is the most peerless beauty of them all.
Ah, so it's that red-haired Lancer.
You got it. After the sweet dreams in the Holy Grail War tournament, the genius Skullum made some modifications to the Holy Grail. Now,
What kind of
the Grail
changes?
can load the simulated data of past striders through the user's memories. So in Fate Stay Night, Trailblazers will face off against many familiar and old friends in intense 1v1 battles. Each contestant starts with unique skills and a set of
Unique
health.
skills.
Losing a round means losing health. And when your health hits 0, you're out.
Is there a smart way to beat your opponents?
At the start of the game, Trailblazers get some free pieces, each with different
Oh, the
classes
pieces
that
of
grant
each
different
classes.
buffs.
Alright,
You can merge
so if you get
identical
more of these,
pieces
will
to
power up
upgrade
your
them.
buffs,
The
whatnot.
higher the
Okay.
piece's rarity, the stronger the buff. Pieces of the same class have bonds between them too. Collect
so
enough
you collect
pieces
more
of
of
the
them,
same
you get
class,
more powerful.
And you activate special bond effects that
Ooh,
give
special
you a
bond effects? I
serious
wonder if we can
boost
actually
in
activate
battle.
like special,
Looks like
you know,
bonds are
like noble
super important in this
phantasms
Holy
perhaps,
Grail
maybe?
War, huh?
Absolutely. And that's not all.
Wait a minute, that's
Trailblazers
Rin's
can also
pendant,
acquire
Rule
noble
Baker, and
phantasms
Gable from
during battle
Lancer.
For extra help. Plus,
And of course, you
combat,
can't forget the
Trailblazers
command
can have the
seals,
chance
and
to
I'm
get
pretty
3
sure that is
command
indeed
spells.
Emiya's
Using these
command
spells
seal.
grants additional buffs.
Command spells, huh? Well, I'm curious. What role is the Trailblazer playing this time?
It's player.
This Grail feels kind of off. Forking hell.
Forking
Could it be
hell.
corrupted?
You right on the money. Trailblazers can increase the Holy Grail's corruption level. to
Oh,
unlock
okay,
extra
so it's kind of similar to
buffs. Higher the
Divergent
corruption
Universe.
level, the
Okay.
more points you earn when you win. Heads up, raising corruption level also powers up your enemies. So
Makes
watch your step,
sense, since, you know,
Trailblazer.
high rewards.
but don't worry too
Excalibur,
much.
Rule Baker, and
After all,
Kojo
this is a
Bakyo
reality
for
show
Emiya.
competition and
Okay.
just for entertainment. The organizers of Fate Stay Night have also prepared a special Protected Mode competition.
Protected
In
mode?
Protected Mode, Trailblazers can fight using trial characters.
Oh,
and enemy
okay,
strength
so
is
even though if you
toned
don't own
down.
them, you can try them out in the event.
This way,
Cool, okay.
new Trailblazers can jump in and fully enjoy the Holy Grail War experience.
Exactly. The production team cordially invites everyone watching to stay the night. Experience some epic battle action.
And score yourself some stellar jades and other awesome rewards.
Those definitely a lot of awesome rewards. Not to
Now,
mention
just a
so much
quick
nostalgia for
reminder,
FGO when I
this
used to
Honkai
play
Star
it
Rail and
regularly.
Fate Night Unlimited
Man,
Blade Works
maybe I might go back and
is
check
split
how it
into
is
2
after
parts.
not playing it for
Trailblazer
2 whole
Continuance,
years.
Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail, and the event Fate Stay Night. The Fate Stay Night event will open for play on July 11th. The two programs stand on their own, so Trailblazers can dive into each separately.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So much content.
Yeah, that's a lot of content. We still have the Trailblazer Continuous plus event itself.
That wraps up today's fake collab update.
Presenter, your mission is complete.
It's all part of the job. Anything for the Trailblazers. So Trailblazers, my honored masters, let's meet again in version 3.4. See you there.
We hope you'll stay the night.
Oh, most definitely.
Guys.
See you next time.
Bye.
Oh, wait a minute, Albert. Is he supposed to be like some kind of last boss in the fake collab, perhaps? Maybe? I don't know. I really hope not.